Welcome to Conversations with my Cuz. I am Shayla Shay.
It is me, your girl Michelle with the one L.
DJ Big Rob, brother love, brother love. What's up, ladies?
With your little almost broken down self. We great. How are you?
He think he sound like Barry White
Got
or
my Barry White on
somebody.
tonight. Got my Barry White on.
He was hollering.
Nah.
He was hollering,
Now, what
guys.
was you doing that your voice is like that? What was
I
you
don't
doing that
know.
your voice is like that?
But you know, I've been doing a lot of
You
traveling,
know.
baby. You know me.
Yeah, you have been.
So I got Sky Miles on speed dial.
Mm, okay. I hear that. Shell Boogie froze it. Look at her face.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
there
know.
we go.
Yo,
We ain't
yo,
gonna have that problem often.
that's how she be looking at me backstage.
So what's been going on,
People
guys?
acting
We
weird.
came on just to shout out and talk about 2022 and really, get ready for 2023. That's where we at.
2023. That's right. We ushering in a new year. So y'all ain't seen us since the summertime. So we try to make sure y'all keep seeing our faces, because we ain't
The
gone nowhere. We
season
just
is
took a little
coming.
hiatus. Yeah. So we're back in another week or two?
Too.
8 days? Not yet.
Yeah.
About
Yeah,
2 weeks. It'll be
8 days.
coming back. Well,
It's the
not technically
countdown,
eight
baby.
days. It's the countdown. So I hope y'all ready, and I hope y'all really missed us. So, because we missed y'all.
Right. And we have a wonderful, wonderful lineup for the new season. So you get a chance to look forward to a lot of new content, a lot of new people we're going to meet, and really kind of delve into some deep conversations. And we got mad jokes, as usual.
Always.
I got a lot more to say too.
You have enough to say as it is, sir.
I got a lot more
We're
to
gonna
say.
figure out a
I
way to.
realize because I ain't gonna be railroaded by y'all ladies no more. I got some things I
Oh,
gotta
so
get off
now
my
we
chest.
railroading you.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
That's what you're saying.
We
You've
not
been in
doing
therapy since the last season.
Yeah, I gotta discuss. Yeah, that's right. I've been told I'm in an abusive relationship.
Mm,
I'm gonna
I
really
don't
tell
know.
y'all the real truth about why we was on hiatus because we had to have a conversation with our cuz there to get him together before we come back on the next season.
Slap him
We
around a
had to
little
get him
bit.
straight. Yeah.
Hey,
It won't
Dre.
be no damn salamis and all that other stuff we talking about. Okay,
Okay, we got a new name too. We're gonna bring that out later on.
Dre, what's up, bro? No, I done told you about that new name.
Yeah, it's a good one too.
Is it
But
though?
It's a good one.
Okay.
I don't know.
Pink
He can't,
Panther.
bro. He can't speak up because his voice is kind of hoarse.
Because he was traveling a lot. That's what he said.
That's the story he keeps telling us why his voice is like that. But
Uh-huh.
Dre, what's
I don't
going on,
know.
baby?
We letting him ride with it, but
Yeah,
it makes us nervous.
I was going to call in sick today, but they told me I'd be fired if I didn't show up to
Yeah,
work.
because you
You
called in
called
sick
in
the
sick
last
the
time.
last time.
That's it. You get 3 times and you be fired.
About to dock
Find
your
your
pay.
ass.
About to dock your pay.
Exactly. We're not playing those games. 3 times you out. Well, I do want to shout out our guy on the couch because he's been under the weather, so we want to shout him out and send him all our love, and we miss you and get well soon, my guy. So
Yeah, we flying without him today, which is not good because he's always needed and wanted. So we just ready for him to get himself together and get healthy. You too, Rock.
yeah, you
The
too.
hell?
Listen. I've really been doing a lot. I've been under a lot. I've been wearing a lot of hats the past 8 months, and I gotta start putting people in place. I
So I
can't do
wanted
it
to say
all.
that. How has your 2022 been? I mean, besides the
Oh,
massive amount of traveling you've been doing, and I know you've been holding down a whole lot of things, but how has that been?
22's been great. I really can't complain. Um, I achieved all goals. I set goals. Achieved them.
Nice.
Bright future ahead of us. look what we coming back in 23 with, after a hiatus. I had to let y'all ladies know, get y'all regrouped and everything. You know what I'm
I
saying?
thank you. You're
And,
so
and, I, and, I,
generous.
and I appreciate that. From an executive producer point of view, I'm finally glad we're on one page.
Are we though?
Yes,
Are
very
we?
much so.
Okay. I see. That's interesting.
Okay.
I need a shot of something behind that, but I ain't got nothing to drink
Yeah,
because
I wish I was, I
I
need
need a
something strong.
shot
I'll
to
keep
follow
forgetting
some
why I
bullshit.
drink
You know
all
what
this
I'm
stuff.
saying?
Well,
Yeah.
at least they know this ain't scripted, right?
This is very true. This is all real, all real.
How
Well,
was your
But
2022 been, Shell?
my 2022 has been kind of cool and interesting, and you know what? I'm just making moves, and I think that you just got to keep moving forward and elevating yourself. The older you get, I think that sometimes when we get older, we think that that's it, and it's not. You know what I mean? We
Mm,
can still do more, still achieve more, and continue to elevate. So I've been making it do what it do,
good, good,
and
good,
I'm gonna keep
good.
making it do what it do.
Yeah, see,
how was
I don't know about that, when you get older, don't think you can do more. I feel like the clock is running out and I gotta like double time it because
but how was
before,
your 22?
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. I'm trying to like, speed up. I'm like, I gotta get this thing going because
right.
damn, things are moving. I don't like the idea of life just passing you by. And
Right.
so for me, I try to be very deliberate about doing things, making sure I enjoy this life. I learn new things. I meet new people. I do something I haven't done before, So yeah, it's been a good
Agreed.
year. Yeah.
It's been a good year for some of us, but for some it has not been. Like Tory Lanez, we just got locked up for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
But that happened in
I,
2020
when he
But
got
let me,
locked
when he
up
shot when he
but
shot that girl. No, he just got sentenced.
and is he in jail?
I don't. Did they take him right away? I believe so.
yeah, they took him right away.
Oh yeah,
Oh
so
yeah,
They
he's
his
gone. I don't even
2022
know how
ended
much
very
time.
badly.
Very
but
badly.
but
I don't
let me
even know how much
uh,
time he got.
but let me ask y'all a question though, because I see people talking all the Tory lanes and this, that, and that. Yo, when you shoot somebody, that's illegal.
It
It's
is
illegal to shoot somebody. So it's a good chance you are going to go to jail.
going to go to jail.
Why are we surprised?
I wasn't surprised. I didn't even have a lot to add about that whole situation, so I wasn't that invested. But because I know he did it, but was he saying that he didn't do it?
I didn't even really look into the
I didn't even get
situation.
into that whole
I'm,
thing. All I
I'm
know the
just
girl
I'm
got
just
shot in the
mad.
foot.
I'm just mad that he shot my baby, Megan, my baby. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yeah. Shout
okay.
out to Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay.
Hey, baby,
Well,
can you dig it, baby?
She might like that voice you got.
Oh, that's what
the
I'm
the
saying.
other one at the top of the year that didn't have a good year was Will Smith.
Will didn't have a
Yeah,
good
his
Smith. I mean, a good
2022
Smith.
was
Will didn't have a good
his
year.
2022 wasn't so,
It didn't start off good, but I think it kind of ended well because he got the movie out, Emancipation,
Hold on,
emancipation.
y'all was well cheerleaders at the beginning of
and we
this,
still
so
I
are,
still
and we
don't
am.
still
start.
are,
Don't start your
Ain't
nonsense
we
nothing
now.
still
changed.
are.
All right. That's some bullshit, but it's
I
Yeah,
all
but
right
we can't.
though.
absolutely am.
He
Black
still had a
man,
bad
He's
beginning of the
right.
year.
I bet you he's not gonna say. I know he like if 2023 don't come no for on.
yeah,
Yes,
black
Let's
man need
move
to
on.
control his emotions in 2023.
we
Like
That
he
hope
should be
so.
the
should.
goal.
We hope so. We hope
You know what
so.
I'm
But I
saying?
think that I'm quite sure he took this year to reflect and figure out some shit and come back stronger than ever. And people saying why he come out with the slave movie, blah blah blah. I thought that was a genius idea, honestly, to
Well,
come
it
back
just
with a
it
slave movie.
and as always, his acting ability is superb. So
Always,
you know,
always. I didn't watch it though because I started watching it, but I couldn't really get into it. But I'm hearing that it's good, so I
it.
may give it another go.
I closed my eyes at a lot of the beginning of it because it was
Oh, you
heart
watched it?
wrenching.
Did you watch the whole thing?
I did like this
See, I don't
until
know. I don't. I
yeah.
don't. I don't want to do that. I'm. What I am watching right
What
now is
made you do
Kindred.
that?
Me
Yeah,
too.
talk about that.
What
What made you
happened?
do that? What
It
made you
was
do that, Shannon?
extremely violent. Just it's hard to watch people hurt black people. it's hard for me to watch, blatant racism or people calling, black people nigger and degrading grown men. It's hard. So for me, it was like, all right, I got up. I was like, let me go in the kitchen while this thing. Then I peeked in. I was like, oh Lord, they still beating him. Went back in the kitchen, came back when it was finally, time for him to flex. But yeah, it's hard.
Well, you see, Dre said, "How many slave movies do we need?"
Mm,
I mean, I guess I get that. I totally get that. But I think this story was I mean, it's a slave movie, but
it's
what is it
based
more
on a
about?
real person.
A real person, yeah, but
It is
still a slave either way.
right. Who was a
Damn near all
slave.
the slave movies is based on real people, I believe.
Right. And once he
Most of
found
them.
out that he was emancipated, it was the journey to get to freedom when they were trying to hold him as a slave. And so that's the storyline about it, as to what this man did for himself and his family once he found out. And nothing could stop him from getting to freedom. And so, because it's based on a person, it's not just, hey, let's make a slave movie. It makes it a little bit more palatable. But the violence of it all is like, oh, not that we don't know it's
Right.
there. It's just,
Yeah. Hey, Kenya.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah, it's
Totally.
true. But I'm kind of with Dre. I don't watch some slave movies no more.
yeah, there's many
I
I've
Yeah,
don't.
passed up.
I don't. I'm just
yeah,
not.
me too.
I'm just not really into them like that no more. I don't know. It's just. I don't know. It's. I don't know. It's just something that I'm just not into. You know,
I get it.
like Django with Jamie Foxx and all that other stuff.
I
See,
did see
I
that.
never watched. See,
I watched
I
that.
never watched that either.
I never
Yeah, I
watched
You
did
know what I'm
watch
40
that.
saying?
Years a Slave.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't watch that
Because
either.
it's funny, like when I look at those movies and I put myself and my personality into it, I would say to myself, Nick, that would never be play out there. They have to kill me. But you know what? That's my reality of today. I didn't live it yesterday. You understand what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Right.
So to me, it's like I can't even, figure certain things out. But let me ask y'all a question though. How would y'all, after watching movies like that, when when we see black people still act like they're scared of the other people in this day and age, how does that make you feel?
I don't hang around with no black people that be afraid of
African
those
Americans,
people.
come
I
on,
don't I don't know no friends.
you got to be very very careful. Well, we talked about this already.
Listen,
Certain things you don't want to say. Now, again,
I'm not gonna necessarily say I'm afraid of, black people that I don't scared of them. Like that's the what does that mean? What does that
you
mean?
know,
They're
because
afraid of them?
I've been traveling throughout the country for some time, for the last past 18, 19 months. And I see a lot of stuff, and a lot of stuff is still out there.
I
It's
don't
it's
doubt that.
it's a real it's really scary. It
But I
really
think
is.
because I'm in New York and New York is such a melting pot, we don't have that same
Exactly.
level. Like,
Exactly.
you know, it's
Exactly.
flex
That's
in
true.
for us. So
Exactly.
we don't just tolerate it. We don't try to, make it okay or just try to get away from it and not deal with it. When those type of situations happen, oftentimes people are pushing back and holding them accountable for their actions. And then there are repercussions when you do it right. That's what
Come
social
to the
media
South.
is. It has served a purpose in that way of highlighting a lot of those things that are happening, and having them, you know, get
Um,
fired or whatever the case might be,
Rashad, bring that back up.
shamed.
Huh? Oh yeah,
Bring
okay,
that
yeah.
what you
Dre
just
said
said.
like come to the South. Yeah, the South is
Yeah,
a little bit
see,
different.
it's different. Down in Atlanta, anything out of Atlanta, in Florida, Texas, it's so much where one thing. This is funny because I was talking to one of my young guys down in Florida, and I never thought that I would say this because I'm not a 5%er. But I said the problem with a lot of you guys is y'all don't have knowledge of self. And I never really understood what that was while we were here and I'm watching the gods build and all of that stuff. But now I totally understand it. That a lot
Mm-hmm.
of us still don't understand who we are as people.
Agreed.
And it's pretty amazing because you tell me I can't, I will. And I will show you I will.
Mm.
And
I know
it's
that's right.
funny. It's amazing that we're still pushed back. We still push back against it's
I
weird.
mean, because you have to look at the powers that be. You know what I mean? So we're still underneath the government that is not for us. So even when we vote and people push tell us to vote, I'm always one I'm one of those people that feel like voting doesn't do much for us.
Mm. Okay.
Um, it's the voting, but I realize in other places, other cities, because like I said, I'm not going to say it's just one place. Talking about few places I've been is that we support us, right?
Okay.
Our big thing is buy black, support black, anything like black, the restaurant, the clothing line. Is you go to other places, other cities, they look at you like you crazy.
Mm.
They look at you like you're crazy, and it's weird because that's when I'm talking about knowledge of self. Because you got to understand, if we support one another, we'll grow. We get it here, but a lot of people around the country don't. And
Yet.
it's kind of like what went on in Georgia with Herschel Walker and the guy who won the Senate.
Right.
Is that they're not together, they're not unified, they're not supporting one another.
Mm-hmm.
And they got to understand that the strength grows in numbers. That's how we grow. And I don't know if enough of us need to, when we start migrating in these cities, we need to grab on to our young black youth and explain these things to them. If you see your brother selling a glass of lemonade, it starts when it's a child. Go ahead and buy that lemonade. Pick that lemonade up. You understand
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's about changing the thought process of people who aren't thinking the way that we do about supporting one another. And
Right.
oftentimes they get and I know I've suffered this inferior service when I try to frequent my own. You walk into some areas and it's black owned and it just, hey, y'all need to step it up a bit, right? But
Right.
there are places all over that it's a pepper right now. It's a pepper of it. That's like Slutty Vegan, for example, which is you know, came out of the South. They are opening up on right here in Harlem. And I know there's one in Brooklyn, and it's a black owned business, and it is promoted to black for black, not only us, but it's a business that clearly has been supported. And because of that, this business has been able to grow. So there are some recipes for it, roadmaps that we can use, that we can
Exactly.
continue to show them how it's done. And it'll catch on. If it's
Yeah.
not
I
already,
agree.
you know what I mean? It will catch on. So,
Yeah.
um,
It just goes to show and prove that we still got work ahead of us.
absolutely.
That's
You
gonna
know.
always be. We're gonna always have, like Shay mentioned, we can talk about not getting good service from our own, but I always say white establishments don't always provide the best service either. So it's like, I guess because it's us and our people, we expect more from
Mm,
them, but we got to give them the same grace we give all these other establishments that don't have great customer service and things like that. Now, don't get me wrong. I can give you a chance and then I'll give you another chance, but you're not going to get too many chances to take my money and don't give me a good product. That's just not going to happen. But I try not to speak like that, like, oh, because you hear people say that all the time, that black people don't know how to provide good customer service when it comes to black owned businesses. And they hike up their prices and all the different things that we hear
mm-hmm.
about our own. I feel like still, give them a chance, give them grace the same way, because we go to places. that are not owned by us over and over again. You know what I mean? And sometimes the service is not all that is, it could be. So
and
just
and
give our
and
people grace.
And to add to that, I mean, oftentimes, even though you may see it elsewhere, we don't necessarily have a family line of businesses that, we learn these things from. It's trial and error.
Right.
We are trial and error oftentimes. And so it does take a little bit of a growing pain for us to get where we need to go.
Agreed.
So I'm going to continue to spend my money, even if I got to be in there and be like, listen, y'all need to get it together. I'm going to be back. But you better, sometimes you got to tell them this was terrible. Give me my chicken and let me go.
You mentioned the Slutty Vegan, which is, they doing the damn thing. They popping up all over again, but I've never been, but Shay told me about her experience there, and I was like, wow.
Ooh, I'm still got anxiety. I still got anxiety.
It's kind of degrading though. Like
it was a lot. I mean, the food, and let me say this, my food was delicious, but the getting of the food, and I felt attacked. I felt it was just a crazy experience. And will I go back? Hell yeah. But
because the food is good.
The food was fantastic.
But the service wasn't bad. It was only that one thing right?
It was aggressive. It was jarring. It was loud. It was just so many things that I wasn't expecting. And maybe someone should have warned me. And then I could have maybe put some armor on to protect myself from it. But it just felt abrasive. And it was just, it just raised my anxiety in a crazy way. And I'm like, I don't want to be called a slut. I don't care where I am. Like, not for a sandwich. You know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about? I gotta raise my hand. Yes, I'm the slut that got that sandwich. No,
that's me.
I don't want it.
It's funny that y'all say that. Like, I finally got the lounge up and running, and it's like you got to check the flow of your business. It's so many things that you got to take back before you move forward. And there's so many mistakes that's going to be made into opening a new business and rebranding and stuff like that. So it's funny, like, so I could say like maybe a year or two ago, I could walk into a business and be like, oh, hell no. You know what I'm saying? But now I understand it and I get it, because you have to know the flow of your establishment. You have to build relationship with your employees. You have to build relationship with your customers. It's a lot. And like I said, we, as far as Black entrepreneurship, is still new. We're coming into it, we're growing, and we got more youth involved. And when you come with like other white establishments, they've been owning business. They have the formats, they have the money, they have the structure.
And advice, mentors, people that can show them the way.
Yeah, and that's so sometimes it's just pretty amazing. But I do understand now where it takes the flow of things to understand. And when you get knocked down, you got to get right back up and do it again.
Absolutely. Well, but we did have two great movies that came out this year. The Woman King, which was another slave movie, but it was really good though.
Yeah, it was a slave movie.
And Wakanda Forever.
How was that?
Wakanda? You didn't see it?
Mm-mm.
Oh my!
He too busy building an empire.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
I did too.
I enjoyed it.
I actually went to the movies to see that one, and I haven't been to the movies. And
The Woman King was the first time I went to the movies when we was in Virginia Beach. That was my first time in a theater since COVID.
Yeah. So those were the two movies I did see in the theater. Was Woman King.
Y'all wasn't nervous though?
No, because at that point we was out and about.
And it not a lot of people in the movie theater. I mean, it's really, it might have been 12 of us in the whole theater. So there's that.
Not for Wakanda though. Wakanda, the theater was packed when I saw it.
Not when I went. I didn't go straight away.
They said it was crazy.
Yeah, but it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Everybody's gonna always have something to say about it. I mean, was it the first one? Of course not, because Chadwick wasn't there, so he was definitely missed. I shed a tear. I have to say, I was emotional. Definitely was emotional because he was missed. But they did a great job though.
Of giving us his spirit in the movie. So that was
throughout the whole
wonderful.
movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I
Right.
seen early this year with Chadwick in it, and I wasn't too happy with it. The mama, was it Mama?
I like that. The Rainey,
Oh,
Ma Rainey.
Ma Rainey.
Uh-huh.
The ending was weird to me.
I like that was a good,
The
and I
ending
think that was the
was
last
weird to
movie
me.
he did. And
That
you
was the
could tell that
last one. You
he
could
was
tell he
really
was
sick
sick
there.
too.
You could
Yeah,
tell he was real sick there.
that was different.
But that movie didn't come out until after he passed, right?
Yeah, it was early this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that came out after he passed. But
Yeah.
yeah, I liked it. I
You know
enjoyed it.
what?
It was a good
I
story.
expected more out of it.
Because
But I
he
think
was
that
in
was
it.
No,
I
I
think it was a true
expected
story though,
as
if
the
I'm not
movie
mistaken.
was going on, I expected. It seems like they never got out of this box, right?
Well, sometimes that's just how it be.
The TV makes you believe that it moves on, but that's not real life.
Sometimes you in
it. I'm trying to figure it out myself.
There's a whole lot of people in the box. I can't get out.
They in the box.
That's
Dirty,
They
you
in
ever
the
go
box.
back to the hood and see somebody on the block?
Perfect
the box.
example. You heard what she said, Rob? You ever go back to the hood and see some people and you be like, damn, it's nigga still in the box.
The box.
I just said another show.
They still in the box.
That's what I felt like. Damn, when we gonna get out the goddamn box?
When we gonna get
You in that box?
Get out the box. You in that box, still in that box.
Because it started good. The movie was on fire, but when they got to that damn box,
I think it was a true story though.
You know what?
If I'm not mistaken, I think it was a true story. If or the characters, I don't know if they built it. You know, if the characters are real people. I believe.
Embellished it a little bit, right?
Yeah, as they do TV and for movies. Yeah, definitely.
Well, what else? What else is going on with the world,
I
right?
like your jury you got on, Shade. The little things you got going on there.
Yeah,
you gonna compliment me?
No, say I don't know. You know.
You want something?
Right.
When you start doing that,
with something. What?
No. I'm just looking over there. You're well coordinated, like you know. What I'm
saying? That's that corporate world. She's in.
Oh, you still got your work clothes on.
Hey.
There you go.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. All right.
She looking mighty corporate, right?
Hands is glistening in the back to the
you funny.
like he's hosting the Grammys or some shit.
Not today.
You're so stupid. You are
Thank
so
you.
stupid.
Thank you. No,
yeah. Well, Michelle had a great birthday party.
I did. I had a great time with my family, and he showed up, and I was glad he did because we had a great. You know, Rashe is always. He's annoying, but he's fun. He crashed the party because we was like, he ain't coming, and he showed up like we was like, oh,
busting in the spot.
Just came up, but we had a good time though. You know, we had a great time. It was fun. I think he was the life of the party at that spot.
Yeah, so my sister said, well, we all going out for Michelle's birthday party. I said, oh, well, I guess I'll just join you guys.
Nobody said, he wasn't even invited.
He wasn't invited. Tell me I can't go. I'll show you.
He was not invited to the damn party.
Like the only guy, right?
The only guy. The annoying little brother that shows up and you be like, are you serious? I'm telling mom. I'm telling mommy. Why are you here?
Doing the two-step and everything.
Yeah, we had a good time though.
We had a good time that night.
And you know, things like that. I'm so happy with stuff like that. I don't need big elaborate stuff. You know, I'm cool with being around my people and just enjoying myself.
The big elaborate was your 50.
That was my 50th, yeah.
Yeah. That was good. Okay. That was good.
That was the 50th. I'm sorry, what was that?
No,
he trying to throw some little. You trying to throw a little shade?
I think so.
Not me.
Because this is 4 years later, and I still look amazing. I mean, I got a little bumps and bruises and a little limp here and there, but I'm mad.
Oh, because
I'm gonna be back together. 2023, I'm gonna be put back together again.
I thought I DJ'd the 50th or something like that.
You didn't DJ my 50th, not mine.
Yeah, I did.
No, I had mine at the Hudson Terrace. Remember?
You did yours Hudson Terrace because I did the rest of y'all 50th.
You did the rest of them.
Then.
You did right. You did the 49th.
Something like that. Ooh.
Yes, he did.
You did the 49th.
You did the 49, the 51, not the 50.
You did Shay's 50th too, didn't you? Yeah, you did Shay's.
Didn't you do that? No, that was deep in COVID. I had a.
Oh yeah, your 50th was in COVID.
Yeah,
49 too. You did your 49th.
Yeah.
So we use our DJ, y'all.
Damn right. That's work.
That's DJ Big Rise. So
like, I'm sorry, I know you all my life. You better get up there.
If you need him, he's gonna cost y'all though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a good time. It's a good time. He's great at what he does. So there's that.
Absolutely.
And then when he's DJing, you don't have to worry about him running his mouth and
talking about I got something to say.
Yeah, he hard at work. He takes his job very seriously. That's what I appreciate.
He does. Absolutely.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
In 2022, did you come up with I came up with a different way of life. Right? Ooh. I came up with a little more.
Tell me about it.
But before I do that, did y'all come up with anything like?
Well, I would love to hear what you say, and then I will springboard from that.
All right. So this is what I came up with.
You go first.
You have to set boundaries. Everything has a boundary. No matter what it is, and no matter what, every situation needs a boundary.
Okay.
And when you put boundaries on everything that goes on in your life, it makes your life peaceful.
Agreed.
Because when you set those boundaries are there to protect you.
All right.
Okay, that's a good thing to carry over into 2023.
That's my thing in 22 is that I realized that I've been doing it, but I was talking to a friend and I was saying to him, in relationships, in business, you have to set your boundary.
Absolutely.
If it's your mother, your children, your sister,
no matter who.
Anybody.
My mama didn't have no damn boundaries. She would tell me to take my boundaries and take them.
But then that's when you have to be the one to be like, you said them, whether they're gonna follow them or not. You still got to keep.
Yeah, I'm mumble and doing what the hell.
Yeah, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna see your ass
in my back pocket.
and that's what I realized because I said to myself on one of my flights, I said, "Yo, wow, you're really a peaceful dude. Like you're a different dude." And that's because of the way I handle people in my life that don't allow me to go to certain spaces to give me the space to operate peacefully.
So you ain't got to smack fire out of nobody.
And I'm gonna piggyback off of that because that is something that I'm living by too, and something that I was just having a conversation about is that peace is everything to me at this stage in my life. It's been that, but it's everything. And if you are not respecting my peace, like Rashay is saying with the boundaries, then I ain't messing with you. And that's really, doesn't matter who it is. And I also said that I'm giving the same energy that you give me. And if it's some negative energy, I'm probably not going to give you none. Because, that give what you get. Sometimes you got to remove yourself so you don't even have to deal with that negative energy from anybody. And, the older we get, the more peace is important because, I feel like I'm breaking down a little bit, and I'm like, get a little chest pain here and there. I'd be like, hold up.
That's when people don't understand is that the healthiest people in me that I see walk around is 9 times out of 10 the people that don't give a fuck.
They got peace in their life.
You understand what I'm saying? And Think about somebody says about my man. Oh, he's selfish. Yeah, that's the coolest looking nigga you ever see.
He like, so what?
That's the coolest looking
Say,
cat
who,
you
me?
see go down the street. You know,
So what?
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And the thing is because you have to really know how to let things go. You have to really
Let
say,
things go. That's so important
yeah,
because
yeah.
people be holding on to stuff and holding on to stuff, and they want to carry that thing. Oh, not
Even with
me.
friends, when I say something to a friend, I leave it there. Okay, no
Yeah.
problem.
Right.
I'm a
That's it.
believer of planting a
Man,
seed. Like I don't have to get you to agree with me. I feel like if I've said my piece, then I can lay my head down at night without an issue because at least I know I did what I was supposed to do as your friend or your family member to try to give you the jewel. Whether you pick it up or not is on you.
It's up to
You know?
you. It's up to you. And
Yeah.
even being that person when somebody hits you up with a whole bunch of negativity, being able to be like, yo, I gotta go.
Oh, hold on. Let me
Yeah,
call you back.
I gotta go. Like, I can't even do this with you right now.
No, there's an emergency.
Because
I gotta go walk my
before we would
turtle.
feel like, okay, this is the friend. I gotta listen because this is my friend. No,
Mm-mm.
no, because your friend wouldn't really dump all of that shit on you like that. That's how I feel
Well,
all the
I don't
time.
know. It's.
All
I
the
think for
time.
me, it's teaching my friends how to treat me now that
That's
I'm not the
interesting that
same
you said.
person.
Because I
Yeah.
don't know if y'all saw my post today, and I was put up a post. It has nothing to do with teaching, but it had something to do with that. But it was like, can you teach a person how to love you? So I guess we could flip it. Can you teach a person how to treat you?
hmm
Even
The
with the
what
friendships and
the
relationships
right,
too.
and some of that means you have to level set with them, right? Because it's not just people know you your whole life. Like we've all been blessed with 30 plus years with friends,
Right.
right? And those people know us to be who we are. Now, if I was to call you um or Rashe, one of y'all, and I'm doing me, my regular, and you're not responding to me the way that you normally would, in
Yeah.
my mind, it would be like, what the hell's wrong with her? It's
Right.
not
That's true.
correct me unless you said to me, hey, listen, I'm in a different space and I'm not for the thing. I need it to be this way. Like then I would know. And in that way, I think level setting with them to say, I just don't want that energy. Like, let's change the way we do things, how we deal with each other in the friendship or the
Right.
relationship or whatever the case might be. Then you change that space because otherwise it's always this
Gonna be
pushback with that person, right? Because then
yeah.
it always feels combative, like you have to protect yourself from them because they're, being who they've always been for 30 years. And all of a sudden, you're different and it
you want to be
feels
you're
right.
different, right?
So it means sometimes sitting back and being like, girl, I ain't for it no more. Or, my dude, it ain't that. Like, I just don't want it. So
So you basically can teach people how to treat you. And as you should. Because you
I think
shouldn't be able
so.
to just allow anybody to just treat you in no kind of way because that's the dynamics of your situation.
yeah. That's funny. I remember me and my brother and his wife. We was in the kitchen one day talking, and I said somebody must ask my brother, "Hey John, something would happen to your wife. You ever get married again?" He said, "No. It took me 40 years to teach this woman how to love me. I ain't got 40 more to teach nobody else."
That's interesting because I in my post a lot of people were saying that you can't. Some people said no, and I also don't think you can teach somebody how to love you. I don't, and the only reason why I'm saying that is because I feel like a person can show you how they love. You have to decide if that's something that you want to be a part of.
I disagree.
Okay,
Of course you do.
I disagree.
and
No,
that's
I
fine.
disagree because I'm because you know why I'm gonna tell you being that we
Oh,
just having a talk
okay.
today. I'm gonna let y'all in on a little something.
Oh, all right.
I'm a little slow when it comes to certain things. So
No,
Really,
so
really.
so
absolutely not. That's
so
crazy.
so now, and this is a conversation that I've had, and it's like A woman can draw it out for you. And if you don't pay attention to it, you're not going to get it. But she's teaching you what it takes to love her. So yeah, they do teach you is if us as men take the time to understand the woman that we with or even try to understand, we'll get it. We can't think I'ma love her the way I want to love her.
But
That's the
some
problem.
do. But
But
some
no,
do.
but I'm trying to get
Go
if
ahead, go
you
ahead, go ahead.
understand, I'm trying to explain some things to you.
Not
You know,
saying
I told
we're
y'all
not
about
going. We're
the
not going to start
I
that in
told you about
2023.
the
We
African
are
American woman
not
theory.
going to do.
You understand before we talk.
Oh,
But we're not going to talk about that right now. But what I
I
was saying is that us as men,
whew,
we
okay.
slow because y'all draw it
I'm
out
getting
like
hot.
a young lady friend of
I'm getting
mine
cold. I
and
don't know what I am.
said, "Well, every time I'm around, I light a candle in the bedroom. Why can't you have a candle lit when I come?" Duh. I don't know. I'm just getting ready. You understand what I'm saying? So it's little things like that us men we do need to pay attention to. But these are the things that women do to me is to teach them how to love them. We don't know. We want to love them our way.
Mm,
Now you may speak.
thank you for giving me permission.
Okay. Oh,
Because
all
I'm gonna
right.
say this: we have yet to teach Rashay how to handle us.
How to handle us? Yeah, I see. He continues to do what and say whatever he wants to say.
No, I'm just saying though. I'm
You see,
respectfully.
remember we had a show about language, right?
We tried
Language,
to.
the,
We
the
tried to.
words you choose, how you speak, and those things matter. And the way that you speak and to
but
us, the type of reaction you may get might not
but
be the best.
but I said respectfully so though. See?
No, you
Okay, that
that you
fixes
See,
can
it.
see,
now that
No,
people say that respectfully so and then say some disrespectful shit.
see
No, it
no,
doesn't work
no,
that way.
see your Wi-Fi's acting up, but listen, I understand
Yeah, I
what
see that. I don't know
oh, you
why
gonna
though.
dismiss her? You gonna dismiss her because of that? I
you're
heard what she
You trying to
said.
play me out right now. I appreciate
I did.
that. I paid my
You most
bill.
certainly
Listen.
did.
You tried to play me out.
Nah, but I'm telling you, is that men don't take the time. So I do believe women, they take us to school and some of us get it. Some of us want to do it our way. And our way is the hard way.
And
I
that
think
can go
it
back to what
matters.
I was saying, right? About teaching somebody how to love you. Now, I do believe that love languages matter. A lot of men ain't into the whole love language thing. Women, we all about that. A lot of men are not into the love language thing. Knowing what your partner's love language is so that you can love them the way that they want to be loved and vice versa. So in treating you can show somebody how you want to be treated or letting them know that how they're treating you might not be what you want or what you need. So
Hmm.
again, how long do you sit in a situation and keep trying to show somebody how to love you and they're just not doing it?
I
To
think as
me,
soon
that's
as you feel like smacking the shit out of them, it's
because
time to go.
that's what I'm saying about teaching somebody how to
You
love
be
because
like, you know what?
how a person loves matters because it really goes back to me. I'm always about how they grew up, how they loved in relationships, and they bring that into the situation with you. So I'm observing. Okay, this person got some shit going on, and this is how they love. But that's not what I need from them. So
Hmm.
why am I sitting in that situation and keep trying to teach somebody how to love me in a way that they don't know how? That's beating a dead horse.
I agree with that too because I think every woman sees how she needs to be loved in a different way. And to
Agreed.
me, I believe that's where chemistry and all of that falls into because if it's certain
Agreed.
things that I'm not willing to do, like I have told the ex of mine, I can't make you happy by making myself unhappy.
Unhappy.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
and see, the thing is, all of this comes down to communication.
Agreed.
You understand? And if this makes you happy, and I feel like it's taken from me, whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
then it's gonna make me unhappy. Then now we're stuck somewhere, and I don't want you to compromise that, and I'm not willing to compromise it. You
Right.
understand what I'm
I
saying?
sure wish we learned this stuff long time ago.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, man, I'm telling you, it took a couple frying pans,
It took a long time for us to
car
get to
keyed
this
up.
space right now.
Your mama ain't shit.
We
Yes,
just get
because
tired. I think that's what
right,
happens. We get
because we
tired
so
of it.
busy trying to, because we want to be with the person, so but then we want them to be the person that we want them to be. So that kind of puts us in a situation where it's just not working because they're going to be who they are, and you either
Right.
have to accept that shit or not. You can't so we spend years and years trying to change a person to be the person we want them to be. They just
But we
not
don't
it.
we also don't want to be wrong about the choice that we made.
That too.
Right, because you pick this person, they pick you, you make promises to each other, love and be committed and blah blah blah, and then somewhere along the line in your heart you know that it
This ain't it.
isn't gonna work. It
Yeah,
just
but how
there's
long does
always
that
this
take?
light.
7 years before you figure that out? Because I
Oh
think you
hell
know that
no.
beforehand. I think
7
we know
minutes.
way before it gets to that point.
Oh,
We know.
there's another thing I came with. 2022 has been really good with me.
Good with
When
you, huh?
I have conversation,
With your cousins.
serious conversation with my other half.
Concubines. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
My other half.
You ain't got no other half. What are you talking about?
I said when,
Oh, I was about to say
right
stop.
now, I realized something. We not gonna have this conversation in the bed with no clothes on. We're gonna put our drawers on and go sit in the living room like two people and have a conversation.
Okay.
We don't need to have serious discussion with me feeling on your tutu.
Why not?
That's bullshit.
He
That's
gonna
the
say
thing.
yes. He gonna be like, yeah, baby,
Because
no
he gonna
problem.
be
I
like,
got you.
okay,
Oh
No,
yeah,
but
oh
but
yeah.
it's
okay.
just but it's the
I got
same
it. No
thing for
problem.
the
I got
woman.
you. No problem.
You understand what I'm saying? So I believe that when it comes time to have certain conversation, you ever been in the bed with your lover and y'all start having this weird conversation, and that conversation go left. Next thing you know, she done fell asleep over here, you over here, but y'all just finished slamming for the past 2 hours. Now y'all are here. You know why?
So
Because y'all didn't
no,
put your drawers on and go sit in the living room.
so no serious conversations after
No
sex is what
serious
you saying.
conversations in the bedroom.
Okay.
All
I don't think I
because you
have
know
No,
why?
serious
the bedroom is
conversations in
fine,
bed.
but
No, no, no,
after
no.
you're
No,
intimate,
no,
maybe
no,
not
no.
so
That's
much.
what I mean. Well, that's what's going on in the bedroom. So
Not,
what I'm
no,
trying to get
No
you
not.
to
sleeping.
Oh,
shit,
nobody
I'm about to
sleeps.
take the TV out that motherfucker. Right? What I'm saying is that when you have these conversations, the lusty and the sexy and you kind of shit. I might tell you anything. You, give me some more. So you understand what I'm saying?
Listen.
let's go in. Let's talk about this over tuna milk and
Oh,
see if we
Tuna milk.
come out with the same response. I'm
I
telling
mean,
you.
okay.
yeah. I
I,
can get with that. But then that Shay, that's that question that you had read earlier. I think you should read that. Let's talk about that because it kind of falls into this, what we're talking about.
I had two
The first one you
about
read.
the person online with the
Yeah, how she
okay.
don't go ahead, read it.
Yeah, because this Mr. Man. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I'm gonna, paraphrase a little bit. But this woman, she meets this guy online and they, you know, texted a lot and what have you. They 3 months into this relationship and it's becoming a relationship. But she got one problem with him, and that is that he tends to always mansplain. He's always notoriously explaining everything. like because she said he's a very intelligent guy. And so she'll mention a topic or whatever the case might be, and he'll go into this long list of analyzing the whole situation and, giving all of these nuggets. And it's for every discussion that they have, even if it's watching a TV program. And she go, I really like that character. We'll go into this whole spiel about, the character and so forth. And so the issue for her is, how can she get past it, or how can she help him to understand that that's not enjoyment to her, to have somebody constantly explaining everything to you all the time. So yeah.
Do they break up?
Well, nope, she's asking for help. How to, she's trying to figure out if she could be in a relationship with him. Like, should I just cut my losses at this point? Because I don't know if I could deal with Mr. Too Serious. Everything has to be, broken down to the last damn atom. So it's just, she's in this place of, do I pursue it? Do I try to get into a relationship with this person? It's only been like
I think that I'm big on alignment. So if things have to align, there has to be great chemistry. There has to be connection. The vibe has to be there. Now, if that's the only thing that's the problem, and it's not something that you can tolerate or deal with, then you have to really think hard about if this person is the person that I want to rock with for the long haul. I mean, what if everything else is great? And that's just the only thing that's the problem. Do you just break up?
You could say to him,
yeah, like, listen,
don't you?
Because my thing is, that's a conversation, babe. I love you, but you explain too damn much. Shut up. I don't need you to explain to me why there's a blizzard outside.
Shut the hell up, unless
what the hell this precipitation is doing. I don't need to know. I don't need to know.
I'm gonna say something funny, but
we'll be the judge of that.
That person reminds me of somebody.
Reminds us of somebody too.
No, somebody out of the two of y'all, somebody has been with somebody that's always happened to.
Beautiful. Listen, I don't need to be. Listen, I'm okay with you schooling me on some shit. Don't get me wrong, please. If I love a knowledgeable man that knows some stuff. But if I come in the house and I'm like, I had a bad day at work. Well, the percentages of people that have bad days at work, then you be like, are you serious right now? Yeah, no, 30 I don't need that.
Still discussing.
Still talking about why people are tired when they come home from work. I don't need that.
You see.
But is that a deal breaker for me? Would I break up with him because of that? I don't know.
You should. See, that's part of boundaries, because that's not gonna change the person. That's his person.
You gotta go.
That's his personality. You're gonna constantly keep saying, "Babe, I said."
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
but that's who he is.
But that's who that person is. So again, that's where the boundary is. You know what? It's nice to know you, and
right in the friend zone.
Nice knowing you.
That's that conversation you have to have on the couch outside the bedroom. Because he get in the bedroom wanting to explain shit to you. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what I'm trying to tell you. So you got to cut your losses short. Because I
think that should happen early on, though, because once you're in
very early,
you can't be like 5 years in talking about, I can't take this, because he was doing that in the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
Or she.
If you cannot have a comfortable conversation, an easy conversation, whatever that thing may be, that things can just flow, that to me is
that's a big deal.
I need to be able to have, even if it's a silly conversation, like,
I'm goofy, so
you gotta
laugh.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, we got to be able to do all of that and then get serious and have a serious conversation without you always feeling like you have to educate me.
Right.
But you know what? Here's a better side. Some women like that in a man.
They do.
And that's why I keep telling them about compatibility. That's why you saying that wouldn't be a deal breaker, and that's why I'm telling you it should, because it's never going to go away.
It just might be. Because I know I've met dudes, and I'll be like, and I'll meet the guy, and I'll be like, Shay, I don't know. because dude be blah, 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 blah. So I know right off rip that this is not going to work because we can't move forward like this.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with a lot of that is that we see the potential, and that's where we go wrong.
No, you hoping for change. You see.
That's what I'm saying. The
right.
potential. We see the potential,
right.
And like, okay, I see the potential. A potential is for that person to see, not for me.
Right.
They need to see their own potential and work on that.
Can you imagine sitting there feeling like, oh my God, if he don't just stop talking?
Yeah.
Yeah, but some women, because it's certain women that do that would just really, really talk your ears off.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe it.
You know, and some people, they just might, but then you ain't never been to a park or somewhere, you just seen both of them.
You have found your match.
You found your match.
Exactly.
You
have found your match. So yeah, I totally get that. And I think we have to really, really start to think about that. You know, when we, especially now, we're of a certain age. Boundary. And if we're single at this age, it ain't no reason why we should just be jumping in situations with niggas with potential. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. With people with potential. Potential. He got some potential, you know.
No potential is what you need, what you want
potential
to expect out of a situation. Ain't even about
well, you the person. Because when a person sees potential in another person, that person might not even see that.
I don't think I'm looking for potential.
Waiting for.
I know I'm not. What it is, right?
I don't think
whatever it is you bring, whatever's on that plate at that time is the meal we having. I'm not gonna sit there and expect
if I choose to accept it,
right? Not at 50. I can't do it
absolutely not.
You know, like if he got bad credit,
I got a question.
He's gonna continue to have bad credit.
I got a question. So being that we're all 50 plus, you know, because a couple of us are a little older than 50. Oh, you didn't, please. You 51, B. What you talking about?
Don't put my business out.
You do forget I do know you, right? So being that we're at this age that we are, right? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of don'ts that we have. Like, we know we ain't about to do this, that, and the third. So do you think that because of that age, we might be missing our blessing because of that?
Nope.
No, I'm
because I'm continually getting blessed.
Oh God!
No, as far as a relationship, I'm talking about for the single.
Yes,
the single. For us,
come out of your pants. You know what I mean?
You know,
dig down in them
nobody's
pants.
talking about your
Get
salami.
your brain and stick it right back here.
Because we can have a lot of I'm not doing this, I'm not doing it. And I guess for me, because you know, my past, I probably done some of the things say I'm not doing now, and it didn't work out for me. So I know now that okay, I'm not gonna choose that. And if I see the signs early on, I'm gonna be like, all right, let me put a pause on that.
Yeah, I don't.
And
think
I think sometimes
I think it's probably preventing us from. Boop, boop. Yeah, it's probably preventing us from going down a wrong path because you can sometimes see it already. You've been there. We've done it. You know, we've all been in, you know, enough relationships to know what we do and do not want. And so, I'm not dismissive in that way, but I know to be able to say that's not necessarily a relationship person.
Right. It's okay. And it's okay. Like I said, it's okay to date. It's okay it's when you take that situation and make it more than what it should be.
Right.
I think that's where people, they go wrong. Like, that's why with y'all ladies, I think y'all kind of got me misunderstood a little bit.
Of course we do.
You know what I'm saying? Because I just want to.
We don't know better.
I just want to make the right decision.
Look at my work clothes coming apart.
Yeah.
We understand you perfectly. Don't ever think that we don't. Because we don't.
Let them go. Let them go.
Because
go ahead. Go.
Yeah, understanding is that you don't want to make something more than the situation that it should be. I know a lot of my friends, men I've worked with, co-workers, they're in these marriages, they're in these relationships, they got children with women they hate their wives, they don't want to go home, you don't want to ever live your life like that.
Right.
You
But
understand
some
what I'm
people feel
saying?
like it's cheaper to keep them, and we've been together for this amount of time. We might as well just keep
Yeah,
rocking out.
but sometimes it's not because honestly, people can outgrow one another.
Agreed.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so at the same time, it's like when you look at people, as long as you are able to sleep good at night, that's when you know your life is okay. That's if
Mhm.
you're in a relationship, if you're out of relationship, if you're between relationships,
Or
whatever
whatever
it
it
is,
is.
as long as you know, once you know you can't sleep good at night, somebody got to
Because of
go.
that thing you're in a relationship with, that ain't, you need to
Right.
reevaluate
So
some things.
somebody, but that's what it is. So it's fine to date. If you want to date one, two, three people, whatever the case may have been, as long as you're honest with it. As
Mm.
long as you know
Yeah.
you set what you say.
You
You
saying, you
understand
look
what I'm
at you
saying?
saying
Is
some
that
stuff.
really
Okay.
nah, for real, So it's like
2022, boy. Woo!
2022, but I tell you, 2023 is gonna be a good year.
oh yeah, man, he never lied. But what I'm trying to tell you is that we don't feel it that way, or we feel we have to stay here because we're dating, or she wants to be away. So now you don't want her to feel bad. So now you got to feel bad. No, it is what it is. You have to set the, and again, it's about that boundary. One night, okay, cool. Two night, maybe. Third night, definitely got to go home. You understand what I'm saying? Things like that is where you have to understand, because you might be sending the wrong message as a man or a woman. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't, if you know how many people got women that stay in their house, or even men, women with men. They got on the phone with you again. This nigga went home and changed his drawers and came right back. Like, what's wrong with him?
Yeah, yeah.
That should be a
You've had those
conversation
conversations with us
instead of,
before.
yeah,
Woo!
but now,
You
You done said something there, Jack.
you ain't lying. What's up,
Oh,
Rod?
you be like, I'm not gonna be home.
but come on, because
Nope,
like I
I'm out.
said, right, and that's because we're having a conversation with the wrong person. Instead of having a conversation with a friend, we need to have the conversation with who we're dealing with,
Instead of
Agreed.
complaining to somebody else.
instead of complaining to somebody else.
I
So,
can remember a time when I had said to you,
You talking
mhm,
to me?
no,
mhm.
DJ Big Brother, whatever, love,
Dude.
Love.
when he was complaining to us or to me, and I was like, "Why don't you tell her?"
Yeah, but you're right. But again,
And he
that's when I
couldn't
told you it comes
tell
in
her to go
setting
home.
boundaries. Setting boundaries.
Instead, he turned his.
He,
I don't want to tell his business,
yeah.
but you know what he do. We know what he do. He get cold on him. He get cold on him.
Because
He be an
sometimes I
ice
think
box.
it's for you, not for you necessarily, but sometimes those conversations are a little harder to have because there's a benefit there somehow.
I think it has a lot to do with the fact that certain people, and not him, but certain people, they get into these situations before you could say, right? Because if you talking to somebody and you like, hey, I've been living alone for the last, 5 years, and I love my privacy. Like, a house guest for a night or two was great, but more than 2 nights is an issue, right? A week later,
After
you like,
they've been there for 3 days,
no, a
though.
week later, you go, come on over. They know they got a 2-day limit, right? But if you call them
Yeah, you gotta
over
set it
and then
up.
there you are, set them up, they're there for the weekend, and now you like, how do I get rid of them?
Right, because now you done open up the door. They've been staying there 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, and now
And you was
6 weeks down the
loving it.
line, you
Yeah.
like,
You was loving it while
I
y'all was
don't.
swinging for the rafters. As soon as you come down, you like, hey, all right, now I need my house to
You've been
myself.
here for 7
But
weeks.
now that she done did her thing 50,000 times all over this damn house, how do I put her out?
She's
And still be
annoying. I
friends
can't get out.
and still want to come back,
Right.
right?
So
But
speaking about these boundaries, you got to set them in the beginning.
no, you got to see you have to set the boundaries, and that's why I said boundaries is, and it's not even about just the time that people spend. It could be time spent anyway. It could be how many times you want to talk on the phone during the day, how many texts you want to send, who wants to go to dinner, What do you want? Anything. You really need to really communicate that and say, hey,
Agreed.
this is what it is. And once we start setting those boundaries, guess what? Just like I say, a woman gives us that
Be
blueprint
careful.
to love them,
Be careful.
right? And be careful because
Because you start that women stuff, and then
I'm trying to explain to
no,
you something.
no,
See,
no.
You saying nope, and you don't even know what you're saying nope
Because
about.
you saying
see,
women.
that's a woman thing. See, I told you. Now listen.
You see what I'm saying?
So
Help
what
me,
I'm trying
help
to
me,
say.
help me.
So what I'm trying to say.
I'm gonna end the show. How about that?
Right.
Not like that. You be like,
Bye,
women always
everybody,
end the
because
show.
you getting on my nerves.
Women always end in the show.
Yeah, she pulled out the big joke.
Exactly.
But that's what sometimes that it is that just the communication, and when the woman sets that blueprint to how she wants to be treated, the man needs to do the same thing, because you know what? She'll pick up on that fast because she will want to please some man. She'll get it before we do. But us as dummies, we never want to set the blueprint.
All the men are dummies.
Let's go to dinner. Oh, I gotta take my goddamn woman to dinner. You call me and tell me that instead of saying, yo, babe, I want to go to dinner tonight.
Agreed. But
now you gotta keep your man on the phone an hour.
But if he's doing it for her and to please her, then he doesn't need to complain about it. Because if he's going to do it, then just do it and shut up.
But if you just don't feel like it at that time, it should be respected and understood. Like, hey, let's do this another time. I don't want to do this.
Like for me, I'm not a good texter. If I meet a dude that all he wants to do is text, I will say to this person, wait, is my Wi-Fi messing up again? Because I see the little thing up there. Yeah. So I will say I'm not much of a texter. You know what I mean? So if he continues to text after I say that, then I'm probably going to stop talking to him. Because, for me, I need to talk.
I want that one.
But if that's what you do, and some women are okay with that, because I know women that are texters. And they don't need to have a whole lot of conversation on the phone, but that's just not me. So if I meet a man, that's all he wants to do is text me. I got a problem with that, because I like conversation. I like to talk to you because I can't pick up a vibe.
Is it conversation, or you a little insecure because you don't know where he at or what he doing?
Have you lost your mind?
I'm just asking.
Has nothing to do with insecurities.
That's about what she's talking about. Is somebody
hey, Miss Cochran.
Oh, help me. I need to drink when we are on this show.
Remember we talked about not cutting one another off in the back show?
I'm gonna answer your question. All right. It has nothing to do with the insecurity, because my mind doesn't go to that space of, oh my God, what is he doing? Because I don't know him. So why would I even be there with it? But what I will say is, because if that's the only way you communicate and you never ever want to talk on the phone, that might raise, like, maybe you do have a woman.
Right. Because I got a friend feels like that. And this is like my best business guy. Everything we do, stop texting me and call me. I'm just a caller. But some people are really like that. But some women is saying, why does he always text? He texts weird times in the morning, and I just don't understand. He picks up the phone, and why can't he talk? Like, is he busy? Or where do you live?
People of our age, we didn't grow up on this text message shit. So we talked on the phone. So now that we have text messaging, that changes? Like, no.
You got to grow with it. You still sitting there 2, 7,
Text message to me is for a quick, hey, what you doing? How you doing? How's your day? Oh, my day is well. I'll call you later.
No,
that ain't for me to be back and forth all day long. We sitting there at 9 o'clock at night having a whole full-blown conversation over a text message. Call me.
But if you're sending that pee shot, you like that, right?
Don't say that. Don't, because I'm gonna put it on the internet. Don't play with me.
immediately like, girl, look what I got.
I be like, look at this shit.
Oh, y'all don't like those?
I think that oftentimes it is camera tricks,
You smile.
right? They do everything
the
that
angle.
they can to make it look like it's more than what it really is.
Oh, here
and then you get catfished when they show up with the film.
Hold on now.
Exactly. I'm not doing that. We are not children. My kids text. They text. Their generation is the texters. Our generation is not from that.
You sometimes.
So what we doing?
No, I'm not saying that, but some
not
women
all the time.
Some women do feel, and listen, I watch these women podcasts and all this other nonsense about, oh yeah, the man don't call, then he got to be laying up, or he got to be somewhere else. He can't have a conversation, or you might get one of them self-help book from Miss Player. And if the man texts you good morning, he ain't shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm
because
talking
a good morning. I know I know a lot of men that are beautiful. Good morning.
Because if I text you good morning,
shut up. No,
I woke up with a nice stiffy, and I was thinking about you. Morning.
So you think that's so you think that's what we want?
I'm just saying.
For me, a serial good morning texter, and you have nothing else after that. I'm not feeling you.
See, look at that. Why?
I'm not feeling that. Because first of all, if all you do is text me good morning and that's it, and then the next day is good morning, hey, good morning, and then the next day is good morning, and then the next day is good morning. No, what are you doing?
No, sometimes even when I get up, a little short with, hey King, good morning, King. Hey boo, how you doing? That might make my day.
It might make your day, but you probably will talk to her later on that day, right?
Oh yes, of course I will.
But I'm not talking about that. We're not talking about that.
Just text you
only good morning.
Good morning, beautiful. Good morning.
Every day for the next 30 days.
Good morning, love.
Right,
good morning, darling.
Every which way you
Friday you get it, and on Friday you get to pick. Like,
and then Lord. Every now and again you get a good night. You get a good night text.
That's right.
Yeah, every now and again you get a good night text.
They hit you with the 3 letters WYD.
What you doing? What you doing?
You be like, oh God, over here.
Fellas, that is not the proper way to interact. And to me, that doesn't
gonna get them somewhere.
And to me, that doesn't show a lot of interest if that's all you got going on. So you are immediately in the friend zone.
No,
and you ain't coming out.
Funniest thing I heard say, you want to see a dick pic? Go get the remote.
Wait, Gerard put up a wait.
Yeah, I saw that. That's right.
Netflix and chill. Yo, Rod, they don't even want to get to a Netflix and chill. They just want to.
They don't want to have no conversation. They don't even want to.
They don't have no conversation. They just want to know. They just want to chill. That's it.
I've been reaching out to you all week, baby. What's up? What you want me to bring to the house?
To your house.
You need some juice to go with that tequila.
Oh, I had somebody hit me up on some. What you doing right now? Oh, I'm sitting here on the computer working, drinking a glass of wine. Oh, I was about to ask you if you want me to bring a bottle of wine over. No, absolutely not.
I got my own.
I'm sitting here drinking it right now, so I'm good. I'm good on that. What we drinking, right? We ain't drinking nothing. They don't want to offer to take you nowhere. Yo, the dating scene is kind of bad right now. It really is.
Nah,
it really is.
I actually enjoy it.
Well, for you,
because
you a different type of thing.
No.
You a different type of thing.
I don't know how to take that though.
I don't, in a good way.
In
a good way.
I didn't say it in a bad way.
I
didn't say it in a bad way. Because it really depends on.
Yeah.
You will date a woman. You'll take them out. You don't mind doing that.
Oh yeah,
so I think for a woman, that's a good thing for her because she is going to get to go out. We're talking about the brothers that don't even want to offer that.
They just text
but to me, they ain't no
just
fun
text
unless you set up the ambiance. Or I don't just want to text you and come look at you. I
Because
might get shot.
you trying to work for the booty. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
You
know
trying to
what
work for the booty.
That's why you can't get him out his house.
Well,
They be thinking we live together.
that's why I'm
Yep,
pretty
Rod.
accurate.
Yes, Rod,
Rod
that's
said,
it.
What you doing? I'm coming to sit. That is
And you sit
it.
back, nah.
What you doing? I'm coming through. No, you're not. Nah, I'm good on that.
Nah.
Yeah, it's different, but like I said, you gotta, like I said, the key to dating to me is really have fun. Just have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's it.
And
I don't
it
want to think
depends on
about
what the
nothing.
end game is. Are you looking to date to get into a relationship? Or are you just looking to date to have fun? Now that's up to you.
No,
you
no,
are,
I
then
know.
work
But see,
out.
that's the bullshit that I be saying is date to get into what? No, you have to date to have fun first. Can't do that. I don't want to talk about
Okay,
next
no,
month if
no.
we can't get past tomorrow.
That is not true. Everybody's not
That is
dating
true.
for an end game. No, that's not true.
What do you mean?
Some people are just dating to have fun. Some people are dating to find a partner.
No. Hold on now.
Not everybody's dating for that.
See, hold on.
No.
This is
hold
the
on.
part where he gets slow. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Look at the hands. Look at the hands. It got to take its time. We'll wait.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, we'll be here.
This is the problem. This is the problem.
Hold on now. Hold on. Hold.
All right,
You
go ahead.
can't. Everybody's looking for it. You're looking to get to the finish line, but if you ain't at the start line, how you gonna get to the finish?
So you're trying to say everybody has the same
So what I'm
finish?
saying is that no, have fun first, and just date. Just get to know
Let me ask
somebody.
you a question. Let me
What
ask
you
you
want?
a question.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Your have fun.
I'm
Does
nervous.
that include intercourse? You having sex with that person?
You ain't got to think that hard. You know the answer.
Because
see,
let's say you meet a woman, right? And she
uh-huh.
doesn't want to have sex with you because she just want to have fun first.
Right.
Is that all right?
Oh, we're gonna have fun.
Without sex.
First,
Yeah,
without sex.
Yeah.
So how long does that last?
Well,
Yeah.
see, I'm honest. My life is an open book.
How long does that last?
It doesn't never take a long time for me to be intimate.
What?
No, that's not what I asked you.
No,
But all right.
no. You said
Thank
how
you
long
for
does
telling
it
us
last?
that. No.
No, you said how long does it
Question is-
last?
The
That
question
was the
is,
question.
how long does the fun last before
sex?
No.
Oh,
There's
that's
no
what
sex.
I was
Listen,
asking.
There's no sex.
Finish listening to the question.
Go ahead.
How
And-
long can the fun last before sex is a necessity to be a part of it?
But see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's never a necessity because it comes naturally, boo. So it's never a necessity.
You see,
I don't look for it. It
You ain't
happens.
listening.
We're in the
You're not
dark.
listening. That's not
Oh.
what she's saying.
So what are you saying?
What is she saying?
Tell me what you're saying.
I'm gonna try one more time.
Tell me
One more
what you're
time.
saying.
One more time. One more time.
For the woman that you meet, sex
Okay.
is off the table, right? Because she just wants to have fun.
Fun, like you said, fun.
Like you
Right.
said, she just want to
Right.
be in it for fun. She's not
Exactly.
looking for the finish line, nothing. We just having
Exactly.
fun.
Right.
Without sex, how long are you going to entertain that woman?
Oh, I can entertain her, but the reality is how
long?
long?
No, not the reality.
There's no
Okay.
reality.
She says
We're not talking about reality.
we're not, this sex is not a part of it. How long
I
are
just
you
want to have
willing
fun.
to just have fun on her terms before you like, I can't, I don't, we good, I'm moving on, because she won't put out.
All right. Now,
Let's
here we go.
answer this question.
Because that's not a fair question. That's not a fair question because to me, I feel like if you're dating and you're feeling one another and a woman doesn't sleep with you or y'all don't become intimate at some point, then you already been put into the friend zone.
No, sir. See, I just finished saying that everybody's not dating to get to the finish line. Not everybody. Some people just want to have fun and date. You're saying there has to be an end game if you're dating.
No,
And quite
I s-
The
honestly,
end
right?
game
If
could
you're
be I'm
dating,
going to get something to eat. What?
no, no,
and if
no,
you're
no.
dating,
No,
right?
what I go ahead, Sharon.
Because dating to me means you are meeting and going out with different people,
Right.
right? Because you're open to whatever and you're meeting people. As a woman, you can't have sex with every one of them,
That you're dating. I mean, you
right?
can. I
Because
mean, it's
Exactly,
up to you, but
exactly.
you
But wait a minute,
it
see,
wouldn't make sense to me. You're not because you're not
right.
having sex with multiple partners. If you're single for a year and you meet, you know, you go out frequently and you meet a guy and y'all go out on a date and then you meet another guy 2 weeks later and you go out on a date and now 9 months later you done met 8, 9 dudes at different times and been out on different dates. You're not having sex with all of
okay, all right,
Right.
let me break that down. See, this things that women do too.
Oh boy, here we
That
go.
that I learned.
Okay, you're gonna stop that. Okay?
No, 'cause I'm
You're
telling
gonna
you
stop that.
something. Because to me, like to me, honestly, if I'm dating a woman, I only date one woman at a time. Once we become intimate,
Because you
because
Okay.
it's a lot of nasty
oh,
stuff
I
going
would
on
have
out
to
there.
Okay.
agree with that as well.
It's a lot of nasty stuff going
But
on out there. So
that wasn't
I would
the
say
whole question though.
no,
But all
no.
right, go
Listen
ahead.
to me.
No, you
So
listen.
so what I'm saying, oh shit, yeah, baby, that's okay. Okay, I'm sorry.
He's
I'm sorry. So
I can't with him.
so
We ain't even start the season yet. Oh
what
my
I'm
gosh.
saying what I'm saying is that if you're enjoying a person or not, regardless, I get what you're saying about the sex, whatever the case may be, which is cool. As long what I'm saying is dating shouldn't have anything to it. As long as just date to enjoy somebody and meet somebody and get to know
To
people.
get to know somebody, I
That
agree.
is it. Don't date with the intentions on getting married. I date with the intentions on getting this. I see
Why not?
that's the stuff I can't agree with.
Why
Because
not?
everybody is not going to be married material.
Okay, but if my ultimate goal is I want to get married, so I am going to date with the purpose of getting married. Not saying that every dude I date I'm looking at, oh, he's my husband. No, but if that's what I want, then why wouldn't I be looking for that in the people that I'm dating?
Because it narrows down the pool of people that you're going to be with. If your ultimate goal is to find a wife, right? It is a man and he doesn't want to date, he don't want to be single, he wants to find a wife, then you are only pursuing women who you feel would meet that criteria.
Right.
Now,
And who want the
can I
same
be
thing you
honest with you?
do.
Can I be honest with y'all about that? I think that's a weak man, and he's limited himself.
All right, I don't
because
care that that's what you
because
think.
We don't
Anyway,
care about that. That's your opinion.
because listen to me, is because that when you everybody, like I said, at the end of the day, nobody wants to be alone, but you want to find the right companion. There's men out there that
Yes.
you right say, oh, I want to have a wife. They date one, date two. Oh, you know what? This is it. That's going to be my wife. And get
No, but
married.
that's not what we're saying
And
though.
get
But my
married.
thing is
But I see it. I
if he
see it.
meets her and that's the one he wants to marry, then what?
Yeah. Then 5 years later, he's talking about he hates his wife.
Well, we're not talking about. We're
we
talking
don't,
about
that's
getting
right.
to know
We're talking
somebody,
about in
and
the initial part of
we're
it
talking
right,
about
but
initial.
when you're
What
dating.
your
but
thought
what I'm
process
saying,
is
right? The
that
thought process is just get to know
we're
them.
not talking about
Just go
desperation.
out just to get to
We're
know
not talking
people.
about that.
Period. That's all I want to do.
Agreed.
Meet you. How you doing? Let's have fun. Whatever happens from
There's
here.
some people that's
If
only
you
dating just to get some
you
booty.
see, you cutting me off again.
Yeah, because I need to
So
stop
we
that
got
right
we
now.
got we got to go back to this. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is that if we get married, we get married. If we have kids, we have kids. Whatever it
I
is,
don't think like that.
it's going to happen later on. But the thing is, let's deal with the right now so we can move on into the future. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Okay.
Let's deal with the right now.
I disagree.
I don't agree with that either.
See, I
Right.
told
I
you.
think there are people that date with intention,
With a
and
purpose
that's
and
I
okay.
intention.
do.
Agreed.
I do. I
And
do
that's
too.
okay.
I
Right. And
I
I
don't
think that's
problem.
okay. It's their choice. You meet people who are doing the same thing.
Right.
And
I get it.
as long as you are transparent about that, then I think it's perfectly fine. You meet someone and they say to you, I want to be a wife. And
Right.
you say, well, I'm just out here trying to have a little fun. Let's just have fun and see if we get married, we get married. If we have kids, we have kids.
Okay.
I'm walking away.
From
Okay.
that dude, right?
Okay.
Because you
Okay.
Yeah.
don't want what that was the same thing I want. And
Here
I'm
we
not
go.
saying I want to, and that's why I think men get a little. If a woman says that she's looking for a relationship, whether it be a marriage or a commitment, a man will look at that and be like, "Oh, she's trying to lock me down." No, it ain't you. This is just what she wants. It might not be with you.
But every how can I put it?
No, don't put it. You ain't got to
I
put
want
You
to
it.
ain't
say
got to
this.
explain it.
You ain't
We
got to put it.
You
understand.
know
Here
whose
you go,
relationship?
mansplaining.
Hold on. Yeah. Listen, I ain't gonna go there. Not this show. Not this show. Because I can see where this is going. I'm looking at Miss Shay Lachey Lips up by that tree right now. So y'all gotta understand where we going. You know whose relationship I love right now in 2022? I'm surprised none of y'all brought this up yet. And I've been holding on to this all night.
I can't wait to
that's
hear.
Can I tell you something, Rob?
yes.
Whatever you think is coming out of that board is not.
It's not coming
It
out.
has no, sir. Not once this whole show. Every time you reach over and you think you give an applause or whatever, only person that's hearing
Here
that
it
is
is me.
you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. So I've been
Oh,
holding
wait,
that the
somebody
whole
said-
show.
Yeah, you know.
He got the whole sound effects.
Yes.
Marriage does not
Oh.
define a relationship. Hey, Anthony, marriage does not define a relationship as long as you and that other person are happy with the situation. The issues come when other people comments affect your feelings about where you are. I can agree with that.
Thank you.
That is not what you were gonna say though.
Yeah, son. Tune in 2023.
Rajay.
We here.
Who? Okay, that's not what you were gonna say. So stop.
No.
But
that's what I meant with the
relationship are
dating.
you talking about with your wax sound effects that didn't work?
Okay, all right,
What were you gonna say?
I'm gonna tell y'all the relationship of the year, and I can't believe y'all, and y'all probably didn't bring it up because y'all hate
Say it.
It's Brother Love and Young Miami.
You talking about Puffy? Are you out your? Ain't no way in the world.
No,
we didn't bring that up because
that's gonna be his next wife. That's gonna be his wife. I guarantee.
Okay, I don't know who she is.
Do you see the way that he?
That's why
I'm sorry. The way that he treats her is some narcissistic BS, and I'm sorry. And but you know what? She's rocking with it, so hey, it is what it is.
So why would you think
because he does what he wants to do?
Okay,
the man just had a baby with a whole other woman.
So what? And defended her to the end.
So what?
He
said, so what?
He defended when they got on that girl, when they got on Young Miami, he defended her to the end. You understand what I'm saying?
He did. But see, my point is, okay, you could defend me to the public, but how you treating me behind closed doors matters.
No, how is somebody treating you? If it's understood that he's not ready, like he explained it himself, their relationship is what it is.
And that's my point.
But hold on. But the thing is if that relationship works for them, then it's up to no one else to comment. You understand?
I totally agree.
Exact point that Anthony
but that's what
making.
I love.
I totally agree.
That's what I love about that relationship.
But you talking about the couple of the year? I don't know about all of that. That's the couple of the
year to me.
And the only reason why I feel like
he lets everybody know how he feels about him. Did you watch the Christmas
and I
thing?
think that's dope. But guess what?
Dope, right?
I don't have a problem with their relationship because, like you said, what's understood doesn't have to be explained. They have their own level of understanding.
Right.
So, hey, that is not my understanding. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because she's in it, he's in it, and he treats her the way he treats her, and she's happy with it.
Why do you think he treats her bad?
I don't know because well, I guess I can't say he treats her bad because she's okay with whatever he does. So he can go out and screw other women, and she's fine with that. But I guess it's bad for me, and I'm not in the situation, so it doesn't really matter. But for me, I ultimately feel like that girl's going to end up hurt. That's just my opinion.
But I mean, I don't know anything about it, so I'm going to say that. But the point that Anthony was making speaks to just what you guys are talking about. If those things are laid
He
out in
said,
the
not married.
beginning,
Look, 45 years, not married.
right? But if those things are explained in the beginning and that's okay with you, then you move on to in that relationship. Because I've been in that situation with someone who let it be known very early on in the relationship that marriage was never on the table.
Right.
And in the beginning of the
Wow.
relationship, I
Okay.
was like, that's fine, because I'm rocking anyway.
Right.
Like but then I got to a point in the situation where I was like, I don't see me being a girlfriend or a significant other for the rest of my life. And so for me, I had to level set and be like, no matter how comfortable and good it is, that thing was something I needed, and therefore we couldn't
Right.
continue in the relationship. But that was what I did, right? But there
Right.
are people who are perfectly comfortable as long as there is a commitment and respect between the two
Right.
people and they are enjoying themselves in that
My
relationship.
grandparents, the
That
same thing.
marriage
They were never
never
married.
never has to be on the table, and that's fine for them. Now, it's a different thing if one of them secretly wants to be married and has this thing where they feel like they're missing out, but they're still with that person. So
Right.
that's where it really begins about having that communication and your intentions in the beginning. Hey, I want to be a wife. Hey, I just want to have a little fun. Let's see where it goes. Let's see where it goes may not work for that person.
Right. But what I'm saying is no, and I get that. Like I
Honesty.
said,
Yes. Agreed,
right.
Anthony.
No, I said that before. I said as long as everything is laid out, and that's why to me, I feel like I'm on the right course because I don't break up bad. You understand what I'm saying? The thing is because one thing it is, it's
They hate your
honesty.
guts. They hate your guts
Yeah.
after.
No, they don't because it's
They hate
always
your guts after.
no. It's always
I'm
honesty.
joking. I'm joking.
No, but because it's always honesty. It's not an ex that I can't call and say, hey, because you know what, Rob, you are who you are, and we know who you are. You understand? And you didn't put nothing else in front of me but that. You understand now? I'm not going to sit back here and say I wouldn't like to be married. I don't want to make the mistake of marrying the wrong goddamn person. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, you got a couple tests you got to go through: SAT, EAT,
Ooh, that
FATT,
testing.
GED, SPLL. We're gonna do
Mm,
all that before we do anything. But what I'm saying is because once you got in that space of marriage, and like I said, the person that's closest to you is the first person that's gonna break your peace. And that's gonna be the person you end up sleeping with every night.
okay.
Yeah, you're right.
No, yeah, I ain't got nothing to say now.
Well, I don't know
Yeah,
Good
about you
night,
guys,
Joe.
but we've been on this for a minute. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
we're gonna have to wrap it on up.
yeah,
But
I enjoyed this.
we're gonna see
but
y'all in a couple weeks for our new season. Conversation Sunday night, every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Check us out starting January 8th.
Starting
We got something to
January 8th.
say.
Yep.
January 8th, we
oh, I got some more to say
back.
too.
We got some more to
Looking
say. So we're
forward
gonna dig a
to,
little deeper.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Um,
Into some
yeah, so I don't know. Sing a song, Michelle.
to the that's
Take
it.
us out. Take us out.
All
Take us
right,
out, girl.
guys. Until the 8th, we will see y'all. Happy New Y'all. New Year,
Happy
everybody. We
New
see you guys
Year. Happy New
in
Year.
the new year. We don't have an outro.
Wait,
So we just
wait,
gonna
wait,
roll
wait,
it.
wait, 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 wait,
What?
wait. Y'all ain't got a New Year's resolution?
I don't
do
make
that.
those.
I don't either.
Just, yeah, we good.
Yeah, I don't do those. My
We'll
thing is
talk
just to
about
keep
it
keep
in New Year.
elevating. Keep
How about that?
elevating. Keep elevating. That's my resolution, if that's what you want to call it. But we'll talk about
Yep.
that in the new year. Peace and
All
love,
right,
y'all.
guys.
See y'all next year.
Later.